Hey guys, it is Thanimal, and today we're going to be watching another World of Tanks replay with me and also my good friend Blackbird402. We're playing a tier 8 game as an encounter battle on Lakeville, and we're going to be having a lot of fun in this match. We've been playing this combination a lot. She's in her AMX 5100 and I'm in my Indian-Panzer. The simple reason is that it's the only tier 8s that we have that have the same tier weight, meaning that we're both going to be matched with the same tanks. I mean, I still have the Spear-Panzer and the AMX 5100, or sorry, 1390. However, they get scout matchmaking. So we play this combination a lot. We've gotten really good at it, as you'll see in this replay. Now, I have a shot every 6.5 seconds with this gun and this crew, with the Indian-Panzer. And this constant fire and good DPM matched with the great burst damage of the AMX 5100, the great crowded combination, as you will see in this game. So I decided to take a long way around, just to make sure that their T-37 just doesn't go like YOLO Scout down the middle of the road. I just don't want to get spotted until I want to. The teams are pretty well matched. And so, skill-wise as well as tanks, so Matchmaker did a good job. And so we're going to be going into the town here. I make a comment that the only great place to use my excellent gun depression and turret armor would be down the Valley of Death, and that's just not going to happen. So, but looking back on it, this is actually a really great spot next to this church here, because there's that hill that goes down. So anybody on the bottom of that hill has to shoot up my turret. So I'm going to take a sort of a scouting route here, just kind of looping around, which is probably not the best idea, but I was able to do it effectively. Spotted that Indian-Panzer and decided to park up into the cap circle. I believe I make a joke at this point that I'm like, oh guys, come on, cap fast, cap fast. But I'm going to have to essentially take a deep breath because there's a lot of action that's going to happen here. And it's hard to kind of spit all the words out to show this. So first of all, I spot a 110. I'm getting able to get a shot into him, again, with a good gun depression here, and he just parks it right into there. That covers him from artillery, and so he's just going to get stuck right in. I have this T-3485 on my flank, or on the other side of the church, and I'm aiming for a good shot in here, and I don't penetrate, but the critical hit is actually, I'm able to take out his gun there. No damage that was dealt to me, but I did get myself tracked. And then Blackbird just starts laying down the hurt on that KV-4. And that ricochet you see right there was actually 2 shots. One of them was on the KV-4, one of them was on that Jumbo Sherman. Both of them were so extreme angled that they just bounced right off. But she's going for a reload. She tells me in chat, in the game chat, but also she's voicing it to me as well. Unfortunately, I missed a shot here. Right now, this is just getting really intense. All these tanks are going all over the place, and I'm just super scared that, it doesn't look like I have support, although I really do. Keeping these tanks at bay from just coming around and crushing me. And so I'm just sort of dancing all around. I'm able to get a good shot on this 110 right in the side of the turret there. Shows me the side of the turret, I ain't gonna complain. And then I see the T-34. Hold on, I see him soon. There he is. And, yeah, we were able to get a good shot on him. KV-2 didn't even realize he was there, but we were able to save his bacon. And I was going to track the KV-4 so that my friend could take him out, but she's too focused on that T-110. Bounces her last shell. I'm like, I got this. I bounce off the turret as well, unfortunately. And the 110 actually gets a good shot into my viewports, which isn't really necessary right now, but maybe useful later. And again, it's just like I don't want to keep on coming around this corner and making myself a target. I want to almost forget that I'm here, and I just don't want to be noticed. Similar to when you play Magic the Gathering in a large group of people, you don't want to have the deck that's going up because everybody's going to target you. So I'm just staying back here. If anybody wants to come around, I'll certainly take a shot at them. Like this KV-4, unfortunately I missed that shot, but I just don't want to be aggressive here, and I can see that Centurion wants my buns so much, and he's about to go and shoot at me, and he shoots and misses, and then he realizes that he's totally exposed to the fire of my good friend in the AMX 5100, and she tracks him, she just starts taking him out, and he's dead. He's dead now. And it is at this point that I see the overmatch. We have 3 tier 8s right up to the north part of this church here, and we only have this this jumbo Sherman here, and I just want to eliminate that flank around this church so I can just focus on that. And so I do that. I'm able to take one shot, shoot once, and I'm able to take him out after that. And then this Indian-Panzer, and surprisingly nobody from the north really realizes. I think they're hyper-focused on getting those tanks over there and pushing forward. They don't realize. So this Indian-Panzer comes along, and I shoot his tracks, which I didn't like at the time, but in hindsight it's great. It allowed me enough time to just finish off this 110, and now I have that flank taken care of too. So now it's just they're all isolated. We've now surrounded them. However, I haven't realized this yet, but our other flank that went to the Valley of Death are all dead, and we are down several tanks. But it's such an intense game, and I'm just hyper focused on this area. I wouldn't necessarily say I'm tunnel visioning because I'm aware of the tanks that are around in my immediate area, but I am as yet not aware of what's going on here. So I missed the shot on the move with the SU-100, and I'm gonna go and try to finish him off. But I'm sitting right in an alleyway where the ISU-152 can just shoot me right there. Luckily, I have an automatic fire extinguisher, but that puts me down 20,000 credits, which is totally worth it. And so I really don't want to get shot by him again. I was just seeing if I could spot him, but unfortunately with my damaged viewports, that's probably not possible. I do get spotted again by the SU-100, so I need to get back into cover. At this point, I wasn't 100% sure where the ISU was, so I decided to hide in here. Then I realized that I'm kind of exposed to Artie, so I kind of had to dance around. After I do some dancing around, I'm going to go and try to help out my friend, the AMX-5100. She's able to take out the SU-100, but unfortunately that means that she got killed by the T-25/2. I take a shot. It ricochets off of the back top hull, as you can see right in the back of his tank. That's how it ricocheted off. And I'm like, okay, I gotta face-hug this guy, And then I realized that he's really not playing all that well, and I could just get around the backside of him and just take him out. He does not turn his hull in the same way as this turret. And so I'm able to finish him off. Now, for the first time in a good, several minutes of constant gameplay, constant firing and attacking, I'm able to take a breather. Okay, relax. And I'm able to kind of assess the situation, and right now me and Speege are communicating, trying to figure out what to do. And we feel like the best solution right now is to not stay in the cap, get concealment back, and go after the artillery. Because I just don't want to go one-on-one against the ISU-152. I don't know what his hit points are at, and I just want to just take out that artillery, so I just don't have to worry about that. Especially with an ISU, you want to play the long game, and so that's what we were talking about. And so now I find the ISU is at full health, unfortunately. And so, like I said, playing the long game, I'm going to snipe a good shot into him here, and then just back right off. Unfortunately, I get spotted, and I was going to go for artillery here, but she reminds me that once he unloads on the Sherman, I should go in and just take advantage of the long reload. And here we go. I actually spot the M12 who missed a shot at me. It's important that I actually spotted him, even with a damaged observational device. I have 90% situational awareness on my commander, and I'm able to spot him there, which is quite possible. If I did not have that skill there, I would not have been able to do that. So I got to figure out which way this ISU is pointing, and oh, well, that solves that. So I'm like, nope, back. This last tank, I'm like, alright, that's okay, the Jumbo Sherman can take him out right now. And he completely chickens out. And so I'm like, alright, I gotta back up. He's gonna have to turn his tank around, so I'm thinking about I can just sort of shoot out his tracks here. And he gets a good shot into him, and then he's dead. So now that I realize that he's just fired, I can get around the backside of him. I try to track him. However, that's a moot point. I'm not able to track him, but I'm able to get around the backside of him and finish him off and claim the scalp of that last tank destroyer, NATO Observer DNS. And that earns me my first ever Radley-Walters medal. It's taken me nearly 10,000 games to get there. over 10,000 games to get there, but I finally got it. It was well worth the effort. This game was so intense. And even though I stole the a lot of the glory with the 8 kills and the Radley-Walters medal and 3,677 damage, I wouldn't have been able to get there if it wasn't for my good friend. She got 3 kills and over 5,000 damage in that AMX 5100, and that really softened up all the targets. You watch this replay again. How many of those kills were after she had just whittled them down to nothing? KV4 she had whittled down. She whittled down. She just did an amazing job, and I wouldn't have gotten this Radley-Walters medal without her. So thank you so much for watching this wonderful, wonderful replay. I certainly enjoyed playing it. If you want to see the live version and hear all the communication that me and Blackbird had together while playing this game, I'll post a link in the description of the stream highlight, because this was actually on my stream. And you can actually see the interactions. I will warn you, though, my audio seems to be echoing a lot, and I'm trying to fix that. It's in my streaming. But if you ignore that, you'll be able to listen to how we communicate and how we played together and how we were able to be so successful together. So again, link in the description. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are awesome. And you guys have a great day. We'll see you.